What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on the Noah Hanifin, Cam Fowler comparison. I saw not necessarily as players, but how they're handling their draft year. Talk more about Hanifin a lot as the season goes on, and I think a couple pieces this week. But Fowler was projected to go third in the 2010 draft, which, as many of you guys remember, was a two-player draft. It was a Tyler year, Taylor Hall and Tyler Seguin. And then this year's draft is also a two forward draft with Noah Hanna, with Jack Eichel and Connor McDavid headlining the pack. Hannafin's that third pick. I mean, it's, talk about the top three, but it's those two that get all the headlines. If there's one player that runs the risk of falling out of the top three, out of the top five, it's Hanifin. I don't like grading harshly on a World Junior performance for draft eligible players. I just think so many guys that are draft eligible don't make it that to grade them on is unfair. But I've seen enough of Hanifin. I've seen his strengths, I've seen his weaknesses, but I've also seen enough of Zach Werenski. Got to see him play in person twice this year. Got to see Pavel Zacha, Dylan Strome, other guys actually go in the top 10. And, Hanifin, I don't see him as being that much better than any of these guys. And if you're a team picking with that third pick, and you need a forward. You got Strome, you've got Zacha, you got guys like that, and I'll be damned if I don't think Werenski can pass him as the year goes on. I mean, Werenski's having a fantastic year at Michigan. I thought of the two. I thought Werenski's a little bit better at WJC. It's not a knock on Hanifin again, but I thought if you told me to pick one, I'd say Werenski, and I thought from what I've seen of Werenski, I've liked him this year. That's not to say Hanifin won't go third, can't go third, won't be a hell of an NHL player. Quite the opposite. But I mean, I just think if you lock someone into the third pick, right away, or 6, 7 months away from the draft, it's foolish, and you set yourself up a disappointment. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but you got to look at the big picture here. And obviously, Cam Fowler went from falling from the third pick to the 10th pick to Anaheim, well, the 12th pick, excuse me, and has carved out a awesome NHL career. U.S. Olympian last year, really showcasing pretty good all-around game, and after being a strictly offensive guy when he first came into the league, has really rounded out in his defense out to form this year, and it's not taking a penalty this year. It's weird for a defenseman, but I think obviously the sky's the limit for Hanifin, but I wouldn't not overlook. I wouldn't let him be the reason I don't take someone else. And I didn't think I'd say that, but that's the bottom line. Much like Fowler, I'd like to see Hanifin be more physical. I remember Fowler's draft year was before the power play, so I really can't go back and say, I remember what I was thinking at the time. I wanted to see Fowler physically assert himself more. Fowler was playing for the Spitfires, and I've seen the OHL, won the Memorial Cup that year. Had a fantastic offensive season. I mean, Hanifin's numbers don't jump off the page you do at BC, but you got to look at the big thing. The fact he's the second youngest player in college hockey behind Werenski. So look at the big picture. So, yeah, you can't complain with his numbers, but I'd like to see more consistency from him on a game in game out basis. I'm probably gonna view him. I know for a fact that the Beanpot I'll get 2 viewings and then hopefully a few more. I mean, I'd like to see him play. I've seen him twice. I'd like to end the year with 6 or 7 viewings, just you know, because we'll see how it all shakes up. But again, it's what it reminds me of the same situation: American defenseman off the development team, falling in the draft as you're having, going into the draft, you have such high expectations, and slipping that third pick. But the guys that were taken ahead of Fowler, obviously Taylor Hall and Tyler Seguin, Ryan Johansson, those guys are great, even Skinner. But Dylan McElrath, you know, Eric Goodbranson, Michael Brown's a good player, but same concepts. Like Jesus, these guys went ahead of Fowler, who was a U.S. Olympian last year. Gee, kind of a tough draw there, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, that's on sort of the power play with CJ on the Noah Hanifin, Cam Fowler situation. 6 more episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.